Hi, I'm Will Chase, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your favorite 5 minutes of Broadway on the tube. Or as we like to think of it, the only news team that knows its carbuncles from its coracapats. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Imogen?
Next year's Tony race just got hotter. The acclaimed off-Broadway production of J.T. Rogers' Oslo, headlined by Tony winners Jennifer Ely and Jefferson Mays, will transfer to the Great White Way this spring. Helmed by Tony winner Bartlett Sher, the show, which is currently playing at Lincoln Center Theatre's Mitzi E. Newhouse Theatre, will move along with the entire original cast to LCT's larger and thus Broadway-eligible venue, the Vivian Beaumont Theatre. A darkly comic epic, also tells a true but until now untold story of how one young couple planned and orchestrated top-secret high-level meetings that helped lead to the 1993 Oslo Accords. The production is scheduled to begin previews on March 23, 2017. Opening night is set for April the 13th.
Just in case the late summer doldrums are getting you down, we've got some exciting Broadway cast changes that'll perk you right up. First up, Tony nominee Tom Hewitt has returned to the Tony-winning revival of Chicago as the Windy City's slickest lawyer Billy Flynn, taking over for Jane the Virgin's Jaime Camille, who took his final bow on July 31st. Michael Campano, who played Rolf in NBC's The Sound of Music Live, is currently making his Broadway debut as Fiyero in Wicked, stepping in for Jonah Platt. On August 9th, Broadway fave Jen Gambit will pledge allegiance to the band when she joins the cast of Andrew Lloyd Webber's The School of Rock as Principal Rosalie Mullins, succeeding Sierra Boggess. And finally, In the Heights star Mandy Gonzalez will return to Broadway this October as Angelica Schuyler in Hamilton, replacing Tony winner Renee Elise Goldsberry in the role, with exact dates to be announced soon. Don't miss your chance to see these stage pros do their thing.
An American in Paris is saying au revoir to Broadway earlier than expected. This wonderful Gershwin musical will now play its final performance at the Palace Theatre on October 9th instead of the previously announced January 1st. At the time of its closing, the musical will have played 29 previews and 623 regular performances. The national tour is set to begin on October 14th, and a London transfer of the show will open in March next year, led by original stars Robert Fairchild and Leanne Cope. So yes, we'll always have Paris, just not on Broadway.
Idina Menzel, Broadway's favorite blazing supernova, has found her next signature tune, The Wind Beneath My Wings. You can expect to hear the Tony winner sing the iconic Bette Midler power ballad in a 2017 TV remake of Beaches, the 1988 film that makes us weep every time we watch it, and probably every concert she ever does again for the rest of her career. Menzel will take on the role of Cece Bloom, that brassy actress first portrayed by Midler in the film, which tells of the friendship between two women. No word on who will play Hillary Whitney, but we've got a great Broadway idea. Get ready to curl up with Beaches on Lifetime sometime next year.
Extra, extra! Jeremy Jordan and Cara Lindsay might seize the day for the camera. There's speculation that plans are in place to film the national tour of Newsies during its Los Angeles engagement, and that the Broadway.com Audience Choice Award-winning duo could reprise the roles they created on the Great White Way for the filming. Jordan, of course, received a Tony nod for Newsies before heading to Hollywood to fly high in Supergirl. Lindsay subsequently done some flying of her own as Glinda in Wicked. The Disney musical will hit LA's Pantages Theatre from August the 30th through September the 4th, and we will keep you posted.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Simard, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Broadway fans got to see some of their faves on the Democratic National Convention, singing the Broadway for Orlando hit, What the World Needs Now, in front of an appreciative, arm-waving crowd. There were dozens of big stars, including Tony winners like Idina Menzel, Audra McDonald, Brian Stokes-Mitchell, Lena Hall, and just one microphone. The passing of the mic was an entertaining part of the performance, which led to Spring Awakening star Alex Wise tweeting, "A perfect illustration of the Broadway community is singing about love while waiting to rip a microphone out of each other's hands." Follow this clever tweeter at Alex Wise.
Big-hearted stars Bernadette Peters and Gloria Estefan were on hand to co-host this year's Broadway Barks, and they looked bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in this hotshot by Broadway.com photographer Emilio Madrid-Kuzer. Founded by Peters and Mary Tyler Moore in 1999, the event features loads of celebs, furry friends, and festivities, all benefiting New York City animal shelters and adoption agencies. Dog-loving divas and precious pups. Who could ask for anything more?
Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. Now that the Jellicle moon is shining bright on Broadway again, we'll leave you with a look at the new revival of Cats, so consider this your official invitation to the Jellicle Ball. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week.